Welcome to Thoroughbred Racing action here at Gulfstream Park. We've got 9 races on this Friday card. We're kicking off Holy Bull weekend. Tomorrow, a huge day of racing. We'll send it upstairs to Pete Aiello with the scratches and the changes.
The weather is beautiful with temperatures in the mid-70s. We have sunny skies. The main track is fast. The Tapeta track is always fast. And the turf course is firm. In race 1, scratch number 7, a horse with no name. 7 for a horse with no name, withdrawn from race number 1. Racing at Gulfstream. Step slow to break, Rebel Jackson. Good start on the outside for Decisive Warrior, who heads off for the early lead. Etchezero has speed, and the first-timer Breezer good to go from the rail. It's Breezer the target as they head for the turn. Second, Etchezero. Third, Decisive Warrior. Trying to run into a pocket. Fourth is Moby Warrior. Back to fifth goes Builder Jack, and the trailer is Rebel Jackson. Around the far turn at the 5/16, it's Breezer. On top for Irad Ortiz Jr. by a length and a half. Etchezero is second from Moby Warrior, who's now third. Driven in fourth is Decisive Warrior, a length and a half in front of Builder Jack. Still at the back, Rebel Jackson. They went 21-3 for the opening quarter, and they have less than a quarter of a mile to run. Off the turn on the stretch drive with Breezer on top by 2.5. From the inside, Moby Warrior tries to get into second. From the outside, it's Etchezero. In between horses and Builder Jack. Late run from Rebel Jackson from last. He's tightened up for racing room, but all aboard Breezer at 6-5. It's Breezer in front. Etchezero second, Moby Warrior third, Builder Jack fourth, then Decisive Warrior and Rebel Jackson, 56-2. And they're off. In the middle, Refuel was quick to begin. Moving on the outside, Bourbon Boss. Moving out the rail, it's Test Factor. Away between horses, Bivol. Then it's Soar Richard. He's racing in the blue colors, about 4 lengths behind. Back from there, it's Urge to Merge, and Mellifluous. Troublemeister is last. They make their way past the half and move now to the far turn. Louis Saez and Refuel have inside position and the lead. Bourbon Boss is within a neck and creeping closer second. From the inside, Soar Richard is now third, then Urge to Merge. Dropping back to fifth is Test Factor, a length and a half in front of Troublemeister and Bivol toward the back. They run to the top of the stretch, and on the outside, Bourbon Boss toward the inside, Refuel. Refuel, he still has the lead. On the outside, Bourbon Boss tries to get after him with 1/8 of a mile remaining. Refuel responding to urging here. He's still in front. Second is Bourbon Boss, then it's Test Factor. 16th to run, Refuel almost there. He'll debut a winner. Refuel, gate to wire. Test Factor second, Bourbon Boss ran third, then Urge to Merge in 54-4.
The Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association invites you to be inspired. Breed in a place like no other. Prepare at world-class training centers. Race in the sunshine.
And they're off in the Dr. Figure.
Be inspired.
And they're off. Hashima was away best from the far outside, but she has a host of inside traffic, including Red Sundress, who's marching forward to take over. Away in third is No Fake. Outside and None of This, None of That was Singing Sandra between horses, and Wow Lucky in the pink colors is on hold at the back of the field. Field separated by about 3 lengths in the run to the opening quarter. Miguel Vasquez and Red Sundress have the lead. Ashima in a flanking position in second with no fake at the rail. 3 wide, none of this, none of that. In between horses, it's Singing Sandra, and out the back is Wow Lucky. 25-1 for the opening quarter as they race 5.5 furlongs from the wire. Red Sundress by a neck. Ashima keeps the pressure on second. 3 wide, none of this, none of that is now third. Panichi has his hands full of Singing Sandra. She's racing in fourth with no fake along the rail. And out the back is Wow Lucky. It's been a reasonable tempo here with half a mile remaining. They went the half in 48-4. Red Sundress has the lead 3 parts of a length. Ashima is second, none of this, none of that. Third, Singing Sandra is now moved up between horses to claim a clear third. No fake is at the rail. Driven at the back is Wow Lucky. They have 5/16 remaining. Ashima with a bold bid to take over the lead from Red Sundress, who's hard at work trying to stick to her. A length back to Singing Sandra. Underway from the back is Wow Lucky through 3/4 and 112 flat. Irad Ortiz Jr. with a confident pose as Ashima spins for home on top 2.5. From the rail, Red Sundress far outside Wow Lucky in between Singing Sandra, but with 1/8 of a mile remaining, Ashima is long gone. Ashima will give Jose D'Angelo and Irad Ortiz Jr. their second victory on the program. Ashima stylish in victory. She won by 5 while never threatened. Wow Lucky second, Singing Sandra third. Red Sundress completes the super in 139-3. And they're off. James Gang gets the first call. Moving to him is One America, splitting horses Scaramanga. Sent hard from the rail. Be Lucky. They're 4 across the course, and they're rolling early. They've gone 5 ahead of Upstreet, who comes away second last in this favorite. Smokin' Bo slow into stride, but a lot of pace ahead of him. He's last of all as they head to the half-mile point. What was a 4-way scrum is now a 2-ply duel with Be Lucky in front to half a length. On the outside, James Gang is there second from One America, who's now third. 3 more to Scaramanga, who's outsprinted today as they whistled a quarter in 21-4. Go back 3 more to find Upstreet, and still farther back to Smokin' Bo. 5/16 from home. Jaramillo commits for the wire on James Gang. On top a length and a half. One America's second. Be Lucky third. Scaramanga tightening in while fourth. Back to fifth is Upstreet. She's underway with an upset threat. They move past the quarter pole through a half of 45-3. With the inside spot, it's James Gang working hard to hold it. He's been under siege throughout. From the outside, here comes Scaramanga. Charging hard to challenge, and One America between. There's 1/8 of a mile left, and Scaramanga roused forward to take the lead. Here's Upstreet at a big price up into second, but Scaramanga's a winner. Scaramanga and Jockey Paco Lopez to win by 2.5. Second was Upstreet. Battling back for third was James Gang. Then One America in 112-4. Fire! Off and running. Looks Lucky to Me gets the first call down at the inside. It's Good to Be Jose, offensive-minded. It's Good to Be Jose to the top. In between horses, Vertigirl is now second, and up on the outside, it's Look Lucky to Me, who's a bit wide while racing in third. Saving ground to touch his Spirit of Victory. Then in between horses, Palmetto Fury. Mochi Girl's on her outside. Then Church Girl and My Blessing. The early trailer is Smart Jenny. In the run to the opening quarter, it's Good to Be Jose and Jesus Rios on top through a 23-1. Pretty quick opening quarter speed. Vertigirl latched on to her second. Looks Lucky to Me is third while a bit headstrong. Mochi Girl's on the outside. Spirit of Victory is at the rail. Then Palmetto Fury and My Blessing. Back to Church Girl, and the trailer is Smart Jenny. They try to slacken things up mid-race. The leader, it's Good to Be Jose, to the half-mile point on top by a length. Vertigirl is second. Moving out the rail, Spirit of Victory is now third. Shuffled back to fourth, Looks Lucky to Me. On from fifth, Palmetto Fury passing Mochi Girl. Then My Blessing. She's been given the green light to launch her bid. Yellow colors from the back. Dropping back is Church Girl, and Smart Jenny is last. They went 46-4 for the half mile, and they roll past the quarter-mile mark. The leader, It's Good to Be Jose, has the lead a length and a quarter. Trying to work off the fence, his Spirit of Victory on the grandstand side. It's My Blessing. We're an eighth of a mile from home. It's Good to Be Jose, roused by Rios. My Blessing, charging hard on the outside, and Spirit of Victory between horses. 16th to go. It's Good to Be Jose almost there. My Blessing lunging at her. Here's the wire. My Blessing, and It's Good to Be Jose. And a win photo. Photo finish. Was it 3? Was it 11? The placing judges will sort it out in 128-4. And they're off. This big favorite Jigsaw well served at the break with King Falero on his outside. These two get acquainted. They open 2.5 on a third running Dr. Bader. Away in fourth is Always Away, and Akati King down toward the inside. Out of the chute onto the main track with King Falero the target. He clears Jigsaw to lead by a length and a half. 2.5 back to the rail. That's Dr. Bader in third from Always Away in fourth. And at the back and out kicked early is Akati King. The opening quarter was just 23-1 as they head to the half-mile point. The leader is King Falero on top by 2. Jigsaw is second at the rail. Dr. Bader is now third. A length and a half to Always Away in fourth, and 2.5 to Akati King, who's catching up at the back. They round the far turn at the 3-furlong point. The leader is still King Falero, 3 parts of a length. Jigsaw launching his bid under Jose Ortiz within a neck now second. 2 back to Dr. Bader, then Always Away and Akati King. 5/16 from home. King Falero's lead is gone as right alongside is Jigsaw. 2.5 to Dr. Bader, then Akati King and Always Away. They're at the top of the stretch. Under confident Jose Ortiz handling, Jigsaw comes away with the lead. With a rail run, Akati King is underway from last. Off cover and charging hard, Dr. Bader. They come past the 8th pole. Jigsaw's coming up a bit short on the top end. Here comes a run from Dr. Bader on the outside. Jigsaw responding to challenges. He's just messing around here. It's Jigsaw who responded when confronted to win by 2. Dr. Bader was second, Always Away third. Fourth was Akati King. The early pace setter King Falero wound up last in 124-3. And they're off. Excellent start for Bingo Was His Name, who heads off for the early lead. Our Legal Tender is going to run with him. Out in the center is Ozone. He's not far away. Lightning Clouds is behind the speed in fourth. El Chato's out in the center, then Vinsanity. The trailer is Hermoso Hombre. Past the half mile and moving to the far turn. With rail position, it's Our Legal Tender. From between horses, Bingo Was His Name. 3 wide. Here's Ozone. These 3 going quickly. A length and a half better than Lighting Clouds. He's a big price, but getting a good trip. 2 back to Vinsanity, then El Chato. Not keeping up at all is Hermoso Hombre. And Our Legal Tender has dropped anchor. They pass the quarter-mile mark with Bingo Was His Name. And still doing battle with Ozone. Off cover. Lighting Clouds. He had a great trip, and he's parlaying it here. He's an eighth of a mile from home, and now 2 on top. Our Legal Tender tries another bid. Rough from the outside. It's a late run from El Chato. 16th to go. On the board at 23-1. Lighting Clouds and jockey Edgar Perez to spring the upset. Close then for second. Either Our Legal Tender or a charging Vinsanity. El Chato's fourth and 55-3.
Coast to Coast Pick 5. $1 minimum. Player-friendly 15% takeout. Coast to Coast Pick 5. Every weekend.
And they're off. Delta Charm gets the first call and goes looking for a clear advantage. Drum rolls on the far outside from between horses. Busy Morning looking to get over. Down at the inside, Wise and Elegant out-sprinted in the early stages. The early trailer is admissible. In the run to the half-mile point, it's Delta Charm and Paca Lopez in front by a length and a quarter. On the outside, Drum Roll is their second. Gaffleone and Busy Morning third at the inside. Followed fourth by Bustin' Bullet, two better than Wise and Elegant, and Admissible is last. Around the far turn at the 5/16, Drum Whirl on the outside, Delta Charm toward the rail, their heads apart. Gonzalez comes three wide with Bustin' Bullet, looking for room. Busy Morning, trying to run home from the back is Admissible. They straighten for the drive. Drum Roll on the outside, Delta Charm toward the rail, looking for room. Busy Morning, Bustin' Bullets on the outside. They come past the eighth pole. Here's Admissible rolling down the crown of the track, time ticking away. Delta Charm, Admissible, launching late. Here's Admissible and Drum Roll, Admissible, it's Admissible! Admissible and Jose Ortiz up late to win it. I think Drumroll held second in 55-1. And runners away. Slow to break, Roaring Indian. Quick to break, Entendre reaching out for the early lead. Arrogancy is going to run with him. Speeding through at the rail. Here's Roaring Indian on the go. Moving up on the far outside is Sneak Preview. The Monopoly Man works between horses. Impromptu is on a hold mid-flight with Iron Tap toward the rail. The two at the back are Kinsman Redeemer and Flat Cap. In the run to the half-mile point, Roaring Indian has the lead by a neck. Entendre draws up alongside in second. On the far outside, it's Sneak Preview. Three wide goes Arrogancy. Then at the rail, that's Impromptu, who's on the muscle for Bravo, looking for some place to go. Two better than the Monopoly Man, who drops back. Iron Tap and Kinsman Redeemer are next, and Flat Cap is last, and Entendre is first. Entendre to the top of the stretch, leads but only narrowly. Impromptu looking for an opening toward the rail. Arrogancy's on the outside as Sneak Preview needs to do better than that. They pass the quarter-mile mark. Upsets in the possibility here as Impromptu is a 16-1 number and gets a dream run through at the inside. Entendre clings right to him. Down the center, Arrogancy. There's an eighth of a mile to go. At the rail, Impromptu has the lead. Running at him is Arrogancy. Impromptu on the inside. Arrogancy not done yet on the outside. Impromptu, Arrogancy. They put on a show. Impromptu and Arrogancy. Photo finish. It's Impromptu inside. It's Arrogancy on the outside. It's an upset either way in 118 flat.
That wraps up Friday racing here at Gulfstream Park. We're back with you tomorrow with 12 races, some incredible stakes headlined by the Holy Bull in race number 12 on the road to the Kentucky Derby here at Gulfstream Park.